Good morning. The Bermuda Police Service wishes to take this opportunity to advise the public on a number of matters to ensure a peaceful and safe time during this year's Heritage Day holiday weekend. The purpose of this press conference is to share with the community the general policing plan. Let me start off by saying that we've had 2 tragic deaths in 2 days on our waters, and that underscores the importance of safe activity and being safety-minded on our waters. As you're aware, this weekend marks the unofficial start of summertime activities on the water. Therefore, along with the Reserve Police, there will be a visible law enforcement presence on our waterways. We would like to remind the boating public to ensure that their vessels are registered, that they have all required safety equipment, and that they're carrying enough fuel for their proposed journeys. It's also recommended that boaters file a float plan, and certainly if you intend to go offshore. Members of the boating public should always exercise care and caution around other vessels and be on the lookout for swimmers. Speed is an issue not only in maritime collisions, but in the general nuisance factor that's experienced by boaters at anchor near the shoreline. To that end, the 5-knot no-wake areas will be strictly enforced in order to calm the marine traffic. We also encourage that persons do not mix any alcohol with powerboat operating or sailing. This year, after an absence of 37 years, the annual Bermuda half-day marathon running race will start in St. George's Parish and finish in the city of Hamilton. The Bermuda Bicycle Association will also run their race from St. George's and similarly will finish in the city of Hamilton. As a result, there will be new race routes and road closures in place to facilitate the races. As in previous years, the Bermuda Police Service and the race organizers have officers and marshals positioned in and around the race route. These are there to minimize risk to all road users, especially the cyclists and the runners. We're asking the motoring public to fully cooperate with any direction given to them and to familiarize yourselves with the new race route and the times the roads will be closed. We'll all need to do our best to ensure there are no collisions with race participants, as this could lead to serious injury or death. On Monday morning, the roads along the race route will be closed at 8:30 a.m. Therefore, persons who are traveling on the morning flights out of L.F. Wade International Airport need to ensure they're at the airport by 8 a.m. The roads will be open when it's deemed safe to do so, and delays up to an hour and a half should be expected.
John? Yes.
The routes for the race are as follows. The Sinclair Packwood Memorial Race will start, that's the bicycle race, will start at 8:50 a.m. We'll travel along York Street onto Mullet Bay Road, Kinleyfield Road, past the airport, the causeway, up Blue Hole Hill, onto North Shore. And then at Flats Roundabout, they're going to go onto Middle Road, all the way to Cavendish Road, Reed Street, left onto Court Street, right onto Front Street, Queen Street, Church Street, Cedar Avenue, then the finish. The marathon race will effectively cover the same route until they get from Cavendish Road. They're going to turn down Lane Hill, and then they're going to go along East Broadway, Front Street, Queen Street, Church Street, King Street, Victoria Street, Cedar Avenue, Marsh Folly, Dutton Avenue, on to the finish. So in essence, as a result of the changes to the race route, those roads are going to be closed between 8:30 a.m. and noonday. No traffic will be allowed to travel in either direction during the cycle race, and no traffic will be allowed to travel in the opposite direction to the marathon runners. I am now going to hand over to Acting Superintendent Cal Smith to talk about the Heritage Parade.
Yes, good morning, members of the media. Superintendent Simons has touched on a lot of the road closures which will occur in the morning, and my portion of this briefing will be in the afternoon. Most of that focuses on the city of Hamilton. As you're aware, the parade starts at 1:30 and there will be many road closures and junctions closing within the city of Hamilton until the parade is concluded, and the Corporation of Hamilton Waste Management team has cleaned up the city, and then we'll be opening up roads. We will be unable to open these roads in order to allow cars that are parked in the city to get out until it is safe to do so. So cars parked in areas that become isolated due to the road closures, particularly Reed Street, will not be able to move until the roads and the junctions are open. And that's important because, as Mr. Simons touched on, the roads will be closed for the cycle race and the running race till about 12. They may open briefly around 12 to 12:30, but they will be closed again for the start of the parade, which is at 1:30. So if you're in the city, it's more likely than not that you will be stuck in the city. So we ask that you be patient and just govern yourselves accordingly. A lot of the no parking areas will be clearly marked, and specific times of road closures and times are contained in the Gazette. And later this afternoon, you'll be able to look on our website and our other social media areas, and we'll post those again. And we have a handout for you guys today that you can notify the public of those road closures. Spectators, you should not obstruct the passageway, particularly of the Heritage Day Parade. Many of the performers demand the entire road, and others are mounted on heavy trucks. And those vehicles, the drivers have limited vision because some of the things are just block the mirror. So it can be very dangerous, in particular for children. Serious harm and or disruption to the parade can be a result in the event of spectator interference. So please mind yourselves, stay off of the main route and behind the barriers where they're posted. Loud music. Loud music complaints over public holidays is something that we have to address on a regular. What we're going to ask in this incident is that we do accept that people like to party, but on the same token, there are some people who like to just relax on the holiday. So in particular neighborhoods, we ask that you get together, let your neighbors know what you're going to be doing. If it's going to be loud music, maybe you might want to invite them over, or just put something in place. The key thing is to be patient with each other, be a bit tolerant, and we're trying to avoid the police coming into neighborhoods or just attending nuisance offenses that can be corrected within neighborhoods. So do your best, be patient, and encourage each other so that there's no interference from the police in what you're trying to accomplish. Crime prevention goes about saying, if you plan on being to one of the parades or out all day, make sure that your house is secure over this long weekend. We stress the need to ensure that your bikes and cars are properly locked in any property, and it is either tucked away or hidden from prey in sight, and the keys are taken out of the vehicles, in particular bikes. A lot of the bikes that are removed, the keys are left in the bike, and it's an invitation to someone with dubious intent to just come and ride off with it. So apply some common sense and do what's necessary to keep your property safe. Road safety. The public needs to be reminded that the police will be highly visible on this weekend. In addition to calming the roads, there will be an emphasis on offenses such as speeding and impaired driving. We've touched on it already. Please do not drink and drive over this weekend. The likelihood of being stopped is high and increased. Driving without due care and attention. Remember, road safety is everyone's responsibility. So govern yourselves accordingly again. And our final message this year is to encourage everyone to exercise patience, tolerance, and caution to help the BPS, or the Bermuda Police Service, to do our job. So on behalf of the Commissioner of Police, his support staff, and the Bermuda Police Reserve, I wish the entire community a pleasant and enjoyable and safe long weekend.
Good morning. I am pleased to be here today on behalf of CADA, encouraging responsible alcohol behavior. In the last 5 years, more than 56 people have died on our roads. So far this year, 4 road fatalities have been occurred. We know that the large majority of these road traffic fatalities have alcohol and or drugs involved. Against the backdrop of these sobering statistics, I'm here to remind the public that if they plan to consume alcohol over the 24th of May holiday celebrations, to always bus, cab, or designated drivers. Take the bus. Buses will be operating per the Sunday schedule. Or put the phone number of a cab driver in your cell phone, and when you need to, give them a call when you're ready to go home. or arrange for someone in your party to be the designated driver. Remember, always bus, cab, or designated driver. CADA would also like to remind parents and other responsible adults that it is not okay to give alcohol to children under the age of 18. The adolescent brain is not fully developed, and underage drinking is known to significantly affect the brain and increase the risk of young people becoming addicted to alcohol. Those who consume alcohol before the age of 15 are 4 times more likely to develop alcohol dependency, i.e. alcoholism, than those who wait until the age of 21. So again, we reiterate our key: do not give alcohol to children under the age of 18, and if you're going to be out and you're going to have a good time this weekend, always bus, cab, or designated driver. On behalf of CADA's board, I wish the entire Bermuda a happy and safe 24th May holiday.